You're listening to Monco Radio, where music and minds meet.
It's time to get in the ring with DJ
Yes, it is. It's time to get in the ring with DJ D. Kooks here. How are you doing, Beast Mike?
I'm pretty good. It's a little bit of a chilly Friday. Not quite calm before the storm, but close. Friday, March 24th, 2017.
We have a lot to get to today.
Yes, I mean, we've been going for 2 weeks, but we
have Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Potentially being bought by WWE.
Yeah, and then he's not actually...
I'm not actually...
He's not speaking rumor. This actually happened. I'm actually going to get on a better headphone. There's some reverb back here. He's not actually speaking in hyperbole. This is a potential actual fact.
It could be a potential actual fact.
Yeah, he's Ring of Honor
actual factual, as we shout out Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy's actual factuals. I remember those. That's an actual thing. The Ring of Honor actually could be bought by WWE, but we got so much other things to get to.
Paige.
Yes.
Paige with her activities.
Her now infamous tape.
With Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods.
Which apparently I heard on the reels, not going to
WrestleCon because
he's not going to WrestleCon because of his because he's going to stick by Paige, his fiance's side in all of this. Apparently, and WWE's not going to do anything to Woods. And why? Why would they? I'm sure this has happened many times. Sid Vicious even said it on his Twitter. This happened many times. They just didn't get caught. They just didn't get caught on camera. There was no camera or no leak that happened here. So this was... I'm sure this was probably commonplace back in the 80s and 90s. So I don't even know why we're tripping about this.
No, we're not tripping, you know.
Yeah. It's just the fact that it was just such a surprise to everybody that this happened and got... Not that this happened, that this got leaked. That somebody would spill the tea, if you will, on all of this. But we got WrestleMania weekend. There's 76 events happening all within the span of 6 days?
Yes.
Next week. So really, what we're going to do, we're going to end up previewing some of it now, and then some of it.
Preview all the independent.
Yeah,
events.
we're going to preview the indie stuff, and then get to the major promotion stuff next week. Obviously, the WWE stuff, Ring of Honor stuff. Let's see.
We're doing Ring of Honor.
Are we doing Ring of Honor now? Okay, we're doing Ring of Honor now. All right, we'll do all the smaller. I guess not quite small scale. I want to say. I don't know if that's the right word to call it.
No, it's not all small scale.
But we'll do all the indie stuff, and then we'll cut
do
into
WWE next week.
Yeah,
because WWE is probably going to take up a lot of time.
Right.
Because explain all the storylines and everything.
All the hooks, and then we got TakeOver to do next week, and we got all that stuff there. So it's probably worth. And well, obviously we'll be able to recap everything that happened
on Raw
from Raw because we're both going.
Oh yeah,
and then Kooks. And Cougar gets Raw. He'll be there too, so obviously he'll be able to recap it from his end as well. So that'll all happen next week. But we got a lot to get to. Let's talk to him.
Let's go New Japan Cup. We'll cut right to the chase of the semifinals here. We're not going to go over the undercards because the undercards don't really matter.
Right.
So Bad Luck Fale defeated Evil. With the Bad Luck Fall, this was a good match. Great way to establish Fale. I feel Evil looked good in this match, so nothing to complain about here. But then we have people beating the piss out of each other.
Shibata and Ishii, who are
known to beat the piss out of each other.
Yeah, they do this on a regular basis. And
they do this on a regular basis, and it's glorious every time.
Yep.
It happens.
So, in this case, this was Shibata this time, getting it done in an incredibly physical matchup against Ishii.
22 minutes
yeah.
of brutalization.
Yep. As I would normally say, defense would be insulting in this kind of situation.
Defense would be insulting, and it was very good.
Yep.
4 3/4 all day.
I think a lot of us could watch these two guys destroy each other all day on a daily basis.
Yes.
I mean, if ever there were a match where they'd be in a last man standing match and no weapon would ever be used, this is it. If you just have a last man standing match and there's no weapon and you just beat each other up until one of you can't get up anymore, these are the two.
Yep. And then we have the finals of the New Japan Cup. Katsuyori Shibata wins, defeating Bad Luck Fale and
another solid physical match. But Shibata's, but that the story is not that just that Shibata won. It's the prize Shibata gets.
He challenged Okada, which you'll get April 9th.
Yes. These two men have crossed paths faintly before. We've seen them in G1s, but never to this degree. Okada versus Shibata for Okada's world title on April 9.
And adding to the insane week that's going to be next week, the following week is going to be a New Japan show.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I'm going to be dying. So we'll preview this now, too, because we won't have time.
We won't have time to do it next week. You're right.
Or the week following, because WrestleMania.
Because we have to recap. We got to recap everything that happened.
We have to recap everything.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
We have David Finlay, Jushin Liger, and Manabu Nakanishi versus the rookies of Katsuyori Kitamura, Tomoyuki Oka, and Hirai Kawato in a 6-man tag match. That will be the pre-show match. Then we have Bullet Club with Hangman Page, Tamatanga, Tangaroa, and Yujiro versus Tiger Mask W. Tiger Mask, a.k.a. Kota. Tiger Mask W is Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
Yeah.
Toki Makabe, Yuji Nagata, Chaos, Beretta, Rocky Romero, Yoshihashi versus Taka Michinoku, Suzuki and Desperado, Suzuki Gun, Taichi and Kanemaru versus Jado and Gato for the IWGP Junior Tag Team title. Bad Luck Fale and Kenny Omega versus Ishii and Yano. That should be fun. Bushi, Evil Sonata, and Naito versus Tanahashi. Taguchi Japan, Tanahashi.
Juice Robinson and Ricochet.
And Raisuke Taguchi. Then we have War Machine versus Tenkoji.
That'd be a good physical match.
A.K.A. the Bread Club.
Yeah.
If you follow Satoshi Kojima's Twitter, it's a glorious follow. I'll read you some of Satoshi Kojima's. It's at cozy_lariat. So he tweets in English. He actually tries.
So his English is a little broken, but you can understand it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's glorious. Cozy Lariat. There are some Japanese tweets, and then there's some English tweets. So, I want pancake. I really want to eat it. Help me. Good morning. Tokyo is blue sky. Let's work out today as well. A trip starts fighting tomorrow. And then, Tentan's birthday is today. I am an important friend of mine and an important partner. Because he's there, my wrestling life is happy. My dog, his name's Cookie. The name is Cookie.
Nice. It was National Puppy Day yesterday, so I guess that made sense.
Yes, it was National Puppy Day. And then good morning. I will work out today as well. I pray for the day when peace will come to the world wrestling fans. Bread clubs. Amen to Satoshi Kojima and his tweets.
Nice. No, this is pretty good.
They are amusing.
These actually are pretty good.
His insights on McDonald's are great.
These actually are pretty good.
So, he likes Big Macs.
Okay.
He likes bread. That's why we call him hence the name Bread Club.
Yep. I wonder which version of Big Mac does he like better, the single, the junior, or the deluxe Big Mac?
I think he likes the Big Mac. The
deluxe one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, he does seem sizable.
Speaking of which, Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. And two guys stretching and beating the piss out of each other.
Yep, this will be for the Never Openweight Championship held by Goto.
Yes. And then we have Hiromu versus Kushida Wrestle Kingdom rematch for the IWGP Junior title, and then Okada Shibata. Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, these three main events are going to all be tremendous. That's the big things from all three matches. Goto and Sabre especially could steal the show here. I think that could be a tremendous battle between the two.
Now we go to WWE, and we have a lot of news to talk about. Rumor.
Yep. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with what happened with Raw, SmackDown, 205, and NXT?
Let's
or do you
go with the news.
Okay.
ROH statement on WWE buyout reports.
Yep. So this was reported yesterday, and
Sinclair's corporate policy is to never comment on speculative rumor and unsubstantiated stories, but it's not unsubstantiated.
No, there's it's apparently been legit fact. Triple H and Vince basically have been in talks, several of them, with Sinclair and Ring of Honor's crew about WWE buying them out. And this brings back memories of, for those of you who may remember, of what happened when Vince brought out WCW. And obviously the Alliance hook, which is hit or miss with a lot of people. I loved it personally, at least the idea. The wrestling, not as much. The wrestling wasn't as good because a lot of WCW guys were slow. But were too slow to catch up. But the angle itself, I thought the storyline of itself and the way the McMahons played their parts in it, I thought were good. It just got plagued by injury because Hunter and Chris were both injured at the time. Or got injured shortly before the hook really took off. It was just incredibly slow with a lot of the guys. I mean, obviously, the Bookers, the DDPs, those guys caught on immediately, and obviously you know where they're going. Or you know where they are. But I think this can be a better version of it, at least from the wrestling standpoint, simply because a lot of the players from Ring of Honor are in WWE. And a lot of the players in Ring of Honor, I think, can hang with a lot of the cats from WWE.
I don't think it's going to be an invasion angle, per se.
Okay.
I don't think it's that at all. I think what they're going to do is what they did with WCW, with shutting it down and then just taking
the top guys.
Taking the top guys and the Dave Librarian.
That's possible.
That's what they're saying.
You think they'll do that part
That's
of it, not the invasion
No.
hook. Okay. That part's fine as well. Although I think an invasion hook would have actually worked better with this than it would with WCW, just because the talent's just better. Yeah, I think it would just be. I mean, we're talking who would be the main players? I guess if you wanted to do a 5-on-5, or even just have some of the guys like Owens and Cesaro and a bunch of guys who were in Ring of Honor join the Ring of Honor crew and do that, and have Daniel Bryan kind of control that situation. I think even that would work. In a sense,
but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think they're. Yeah, that's obviously Meltzer's word is generally gospel, but
there's no concrete deal on the table.
Yeah, nothing's imminently happening. I think we should all stress that nothing's imminent here. It's just
my concern is
the talks.
I want as many places to work as possible,
right,
for the wrestlers.
And this would create somewhat of a monopoly, because you're talking two of the three biggest companies.
Or what
or two of the four biggest companies.
Alan Blackstock calls an oligopoly. An oligopoly.
Oligopoly, right.
Right. Because WWE doesn't control, the entertainment industry, but they control a segment.
Mm-hmm. So it would be, So, you're talking, in this instance... WWE and Ring of Honor,
a state of limited competition in which the market is shared by a small number of producers / sellers, which wrestling is.
Which wrestling would, and will become even more so in this case, because you're talking WWE collabo with Ring of Honor, and then the two of them are basically facing, and they also have Evolve in their pockets, and you're dealing with all of them, and then you got New Japan's got to deal with all of that, and everyone else, like Progress, has to deal with all of that, or Rev Pro has to deal with all of that. It does take up a lot of the wrestling from a viewer standpoint. It doesn't give you as many options as you would normally have. I think that's the problem. I think that's the drawback of all of this.
Yes.
So we'll keep tabs on this and see if this has legs or even more legs than it currently does. And obviously, with Impact, with all the things they've had to deal with, this is just be another gigantic hurdle that they would have to deal with if Ring of Honor.
I think it would be better for Impact, honestly.
It would definitely replenish the talent pool, because everyone else WWE wouldn't take would immediately go to Impact, or pretty much go to Impact or go to New Japan. So it does. there's some merits, and what happens with that with the New Japan and the Ring of Honor deal that they've had? But what happens with that too? 'Cause that's the other point to this that we should also think about here. What would happen would that just sever ties with New Japan, or would New Japan try to get in on this? So that's a lot of heat there. That's a lot of things that could happen from this. So obviously, we'll keep tabs as this develops. But this is a major potential story that could be going forward from here.
And Mauro Ranallo tweeted out thanks.
Yeah, as he
prayers to him.
Yes,
and prayers to Jan Ross. Of course.
Our condolences
to
Jim Ross and his family, as his wife Jan was involved in a car accident earlier this week, and she unfortunately passed away yesterday. So our condolences. Triple H is offering his condolences, and then Jerry the King Lawler on Twitter, I saw his response. To JR, whom we know has been a tremendous influence and a tremendous fixture in the world of wrestling for 40 years now. And he's a legend in this game, and we obviously wish the best for him, and we wish hopefully his family can recover from this, because this was a really unfortunate action that happened here. So yeah, our condolences, no doubt, to Jim Ross.
And it was an accident, so
yeah, no doubt. It was not done with malicious intent. It was just an unfortunate accident that worked very quickly and passed away. Yeah, as for Ranallo, he's recovering. Apparently, he has depression, and
which it's a serious thing.
It's very serious,
no
right?
Joke.
Yeah, no, that's not a game. So Ranallo had to deal with that, and
he has bipolar disorder,
right? So
which is very hard to live with.
Yeah. Also not a game. So that's hopefully Ranallo's going to be all right. It's probably good that he had those 2 weeks away. We'll see what happens going forward with Ranallo, if he's going to be on SmackDown in 205 this week. Phillips has done a good job with JBL and Otunga over the last couple weeks. And then obviously his chemistry with Graves is very good. But he's done a good job in his place. But obviously we all want to see Ranallo come back and do his thing. So I guess now we got the business out of the way with those two things, and
go to Raw.
Let's go to Raw. And this Raw wasn't bad in Brooklyn. Not a bad Raw. And it got off a little hot with Foley reading a prepared statement by Triple H. And Foley ended up promptly taking a leave of absence from that prepared statement, and then he got super heated as the microphone, as Porter's taking a picture, as the microphone was cut. And then Stephanie McMahon would promptly cut Foley from the Raw roster, as Foley would be fired. Next on the totem pole, Sami Zayn.
I'm sorry, Porter. I was eating in the studio. I didn't have breakfast this morning.
You kind of spoke.
I broke a rule. I'm sorry. I love Porter.
Yes.
But I'm probably going to be chastised for it. But,
yep.
Hey.
He knew what he was doing. He knew the risks. Anyway. So Sami Zayn was a little heated. Sami Zayn was a little upset that Foley got fired, and then Stephanie immediately dealt with Sami Zayn, and in the form of the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Zayn and Joe would have another solid match. They would be productive, and rinse, lather, repeat. Joe would put Zayn to sleep. Cesaro and Sheamus would also be a little upset, and we'll get more on that in a little bit. Dana Brooke looked productive against Charlotte. Probably the most productive she's looked since her arrival on the main roster in an actual match. She looked good against Charlotte in her first match since turning on her. But Charlotte would get the best of her with a prompt boot to the face to end all these proceedings and get the pin. So Charlotte is rolling in the WrestleMania fairly strong.
Yes.
This Jericho promo
this was money.
Brilliant.
This
was brilliant what Chris did. So he had the highlight reel with the real Kevin Owens. And then he showed the photo of the fan of Jericho as he was marking out, man. doing the Jericho pose, how Jericho does it, as he does that before he turns around. And no joke, Owens legitimately in a Y2J shirt is apparently Jericho was Owens' idol long before Owens got into the wrestling business, and it was tremendous. And in the tweets that he showed about how Owens got into contact with Chris as he was first coming into the NXT and WWE and all that good stuff, I thought that was done masterfully well. And Jericho's impassioned speech and everything kind of worked. It just worked and blended well. Then Samoa Joe with a minor distraction, as Joe's presence would catch Jericho's attention, and then Kevin Owens would promptly ambush Jericho from behind and lay waste to Chris, and then the list of Jericho would be ripped up, man. As we're getting closer to WrestleMania and the impending United States Championship match between Owens and Jericho,
Yes.
which will actually be, I think, pretty entertaining. Let's see. Next on the totem pole, Kendrick and Tozawa. Brian Kendrick continues to troll Tozawa to Akira Tozawa with hilarious lessons and hilarious things as he jacked the passport of Akira Tozawa. And although he would lose to TJ Perkins in the match itself, he would he hustled Tozawa out of that passport. Tozawa was mad on 205 Live. I don't even know the bull he faced, but he probably snapped German 1, 2, 3 and called out Kendrick. Kendrick would pose as a security guard and basically leave Tozawa laying with sliced bread number 2 with lesson number 8. Appearances can be deceiving. So Kendrick continuing to troll Tozawa masterfully. And this has been hilarious to see the two of them do that. Nia Jax has been one that has been determined to get to WrestleMania and determined to jump into the women's championship picture. She finally did both. Bayley was another one that was upset with Mick Foley's firing and was the last person to actually hug Mick Foley. It was the last person to say her goodbyes to Mick before Mick left the building in Brooklyn. Bayley would be promptly thrown into a match with Nia Jax. There was no disqualification. And if Nia won, Nia's added to the mix, and it's a fatal 4-way for the Raw Women's Championship. And Bayley basically got destroyed in this match. Nia continued to do her thing. Nia tried to use a chair. She didn't need it. But Bayley would continue to be destroyed by Nia, as Nia is looking incredibly strong. It's probably, of the 4 women in this match, she's got the most momentum, I would say. Nia is now added to the mix. It's a fatal 4-way for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley's the champion versus Sasha, Charlotte, and now Nia Jax. Triple H, another good promo, this time with Michael Cole, as he hands down the ultimatum to Seth Rollins. As he kind of jokingly had comp tickets for Seth to issue to him for WrestleMania, but instead he thought better of it. Triple H would promptly say, okay, you know what? If Seth shows up next week, then we're going to have we can sign a non-sanctioned paperwork. Triple H will draw up the papers, and a non-sanctioned match will be made, similar to what happened with Shawn Michaels in 2002, a non-sanctioned match between the two of them for WrestleMania, which basically means a street fight, and I think we would all sign up for that. So will Seth Rollins appear on Raw? We would all think he would. And I would love to see that in the pop that the arena would give him. That would be awesome. So Cesaro and Sheamus, I mentioned earlier that they showed love to Mick as Mick was exiting stage right. And Mick Foley and Stephanie caught wind of this and probably put them in a handicap match against the other 2 tag team opponents, Enzo Cass and Gallows and Anderson, for WrestleMania. If Cesaro and Sheamus lost, they're out of the match. So Enzo and Cass kind of caught into a little bit of a scrap with the tag team champions, and this led to a handicap match. Yes. But effectively, it was 2-on-1 with Carl Anderson versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Broke through the dome, so they stay in the match. And then bada boom shakalaka from Enzo and Cass to Anderson as the champions kind of got served on that particular situation.
Bum of the week. Who should I vote for?
We're just looking up Christian's Christian who leads the World of Sports page. By the way, I'm brackets on point right now. Let's see.
Lucky.
I showed my hand. I showed my hand the Monday before the tournament. I was one of the first people to show my hand. I'm not lucky. I'm good at this. Okay.
I'm supposed to be good at this too, but Duke gets eliminated, and I'm like, no!
Not my fault you picked Duke. You should have listened. not my fault you picked Duke. Arizona scoop last night. Okay, so Aries and Nice had another good match on Raw on Monday as well. Aries yet again getting the W. But again, Tony Nese looking very impressive. I like where Tony Nese is going with this. You figure if Aries wins the title on next Sunday, Nese would probably be the next challenger, will be the next guy to have a prolonged hook. Well, with Austin Aries, he's putting up some good battles with him. So I like to see where that goes. And in the main event between Strowman and Reigns, nothing was truly settled here. As if nothing will ever truly be settled between those two guys. They have another solid match where Strowman looks good and Strowman looks productive. And look like Roman was going to get it done. Roman was going to win the match. Then you hear the gong. You know what that means. This time, instead of it being a distraction and Shawn Michaels appearing, this was The Undertaker actually appearing in the flesh. He would dispose of Strowman with a choke slam and would promptly be immediately speared by Reigns, only for Undertaker to sit up and the Raw close with Taker's music and Taker doing his thing. So this, all in all, a solid Raw, but not the penultimate Raw, as Michael Cole would say. The penultimate Raw is this Monday. We'll be there. We'll be there to see
wink.
it. That's not even a wink. That's facts.
That's facts.
These are facts. We will actually be there. Jumping to SmackDown. SmackDown kicked off with AJ's reinstatement, as Daniel Bryan had fired AJ after his beatdown of Shane McMahon last week, and would be promptly reinstated at the behest of Shane McMahon. Let's call it what it was. And now Shane and AJ are going to throw down at WrestleMania, as we know. So AJ cuts a solid promo and then promptly shows his hand. And unlike me, it did not work. AJ would wait for Shane in the parking lot, but then Daniel Bryan kind of stooged it off, but then saying that AJ was coming and waiting for you in the parking lot once again. So Shane was kind of tipped off with the airport thing, with the parking lot situation. More on that later. Usos and American Alpha had a very good match. This was a very good battle between these two teams. They had a solid battle the week prior, right before Shane McMahon kind of came out to make his declaration that he's challenging AJ. But they had a solid match then. This was way better than that. And I think it got the time it needed to, which was much better. The Usos get it done thanks to some great teamwork by the Usos. Jimmy pulling down the ring ropes. Jason Jordan would get caught. And Jason Jordan would get the super kick from Jay. Jay gets the pin. Usos get the belts. But this was a very good match from start to finish, as both teams did their best stuff. I thought Gable was done after that super kick. After Gable took the super kick splash combo from the Usos, I thought he was done. I couldn't believe he got help from Jordan who made the save. Or the electric chair bulldog move that the American Alpha does. I'm surprised they didn't come up with a name for that. But it was a very good match. I want the rematch. Make it hot for WrestleMania. Hashtag Usos on WrestleMania. Make it hot. I think we should make that happen. That was 205 Live stuff. Orton beat Corbin, and once again, Baron Corbin stepping up against another main event status caliber wrestler, obviously, as Randy Orton. Corbin looked good. Corbin was impressive. I like what he was doing. His stuff with Orton worked. It clicked right away. Ambrose with a minor distraction with the trolling of Corbin, where he promptly says, "Hey, Baron, are you busy?" So I got a good laugh. I found that hilarious. And then one RKO later, Orton wins the match, and Orton goes on to his part later on in the show with Bray Wyatt. Meanwhile, Ambrose accepts the challenge for Corbin. IC title match is made, and then dirty deeds because Corbin kind of had it coming. Speaking of Randy Orton, Randy Orton was doing an interview with backstage, and promptly the interview got interrupted as Bray Wyatt's presence appeared. Suddenly, the lights come back on, kind of, sort of, and we see the sheep mask, the infamous Eric Rowan sheep mask, and a bunch of them appeared. Randy Orton realized he's in deep trouble, as he should have been. Orton picked one and tried to rush him. But a couple of the other ones got pieces, and Bray Wyatt could have finished him off if he wanted to. But instead, Bray Wyatt just let him hear the message. That's all he did. Or Bray could have finished him off if he wanted to, but he chose not to. He chose to wait. And this is kind of warning from Luke Harper earlier on in the show. He saw what Sister Abigail could do. He knows the powers. Harper versus Bray next week is going to be really entertaining. Yes. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a tremendous match between Harper and Bray. They're going to really throw down. That'll be good stuff. Cena beat Fandango, and Breezy Bella got beat up by Nikki Bella. which was weird and hilarious. They were fully committed. It was kind of hilarious.
It was fully committed. And then
they were
The
fully
Miz laid waste.
Yes.
The Miz
Yes.
is awesome. The promo work for this match. I'm pumped for this match.
I'm telling you, that was the hook when they first jumped in on this. I was like, yes, I'm good with this for several reasons. Miz deserved a signature match for WrestleMania, and the way and he's verbally has put in all the cards in, and he's making it hot. And the Total Bella BS thing was amazing. And as Marie's playing the role of either Bella Twin. Mainly Nikki, but either Bella Twin, it was brilliant. And even Nikki and Cena found it funny. And then Cena went all Liam Neeson and Taken kind of flow with his fair warning to Miz that he's got one more week to crack jokes, and then the body count will be very real. So that was I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm enjoying their interactions between the four of them. I can't wait for their match on next Sunday. Cena disposed of Fandango rather quickly. Let's call it what it is. Although the whole ticket thing I thought was funny with Fandango. I thought that was kind of funny. Carmella and Becky Lynch never really happened because Natalya jumped in and Mickie James jumped in, and Alexa Bliss gave Mickie that NyQuil and put Mickie James to sleep. It was a very quality. It was a nice segment featuring the five of the main divas or women, if you will, that will be involved in the women's match from the SmackDown side of things for Bliss's Women's Championship. I really hope Naomi's healthy for this. I want Naomi to jump back in on this. I would love to see Naomi jump in this game. Finally, we get to the main part of the show, which is Shane and AJ. Shane cuts his promo in the ring as Shane sidestepped AJ's ambush attempt, and then AJ came down, and once AJ jumped into the ring, Shane caught him with a left jab, and AJ never truly recovered. AJ did get a suplex on the outside, but that's all he got. Shane really got the jump in on him, and then we get the classic Shane McMahon flow, i.e. top turnbuckle, AJ on the table, you know the rest. That flying leap of faith that Shane McMahon does left AJ laying. So that was a quality SmackDown to follow up from a quality Raw. The go-home shows for both are actually going to be worth watching this year, not just Raws. Usually SmackDown's just filler with promo videos. But at least both go-home shows are actually going to be entertaining. I'm looking forward to both of them. The one, obviously, we're going to be at, and then SmackDown in Richmond is going to be hot, too. So I'm looking forward to both of these things. Next up was 205 Live. I already told you about Tozawa and Kendrick. I told you about that situation there.
Yes.
Let's see here. We got Nice versus TJ Perkins.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, it was. It really was a very
Both
good
matches were really good. Then Neville Mustafa
all three,
Ali.
yeah. But all three segments in 205 Live are actually really entertaining. And then we're going to get Noam Dar and Arya Davari versus Gallagher and Rich Swann next week, which is going to be a pretty good tag match. But the matches themselves, Neeson and Perkins put in work. That was a very quality match.
And then Neville and Mustafa Ali woke up the crowd.
Yeah, they sure did. The crowd was kind of dead for all the other stuff. But yeah, all in all, it was a very productive week. The heels won both matches, i.e. Nice and Neville. As Aries was on commentary, Aries is spitting game on commentary as he normally does. So all in all, this was a very productive week of 205 Live. NXT happened on Wednesday. Let's see, where do we begin with NXT? We start really the tag team challengers for the match, the triple threat tag match, which I think is going to be tremendous. I'm looking forward to the triple threat tag. Is going to be. They both did kind of promo videos, DIY and Revival. I thought DIY's was a little better, but I enjoyed both of their promo videos there. We got Asuka had a match, and actually it was more of an assault than it was a match. Asuka warned Ember Moon, saying, "Ember, this was your fate." Promptly roundhouse kicked the woman to the face, and it was actually kind of amazing. Asuka left her laying with the Asuka lock. She really could have finished her off based off the roundhouse kick, but Asuka kind of tortured the poor woman, making a very painful statement that she's getting ready for TakeOver. We saw Cien Almas and Oney Lorcan kicked off the show, and they had a very good match. They really brought Oney Lorcan and Cien Almas actually really brought it, and this was a very good match from start to finish. Eventually, it was Almas who would get it done with the running knee and the hangman's DDT, the arm DDT, the armbar DDT, as he would leave Lorcan laying. But it was a very good match between the two of them. finally, we got a decent promo video between Shinsuke and Bobby Roode, which is set up for the title match, obviously there. And, of course, the six-man tag between Sanity, No Way Jose, Roddy Strong, and Ty Dillinger, which had no real conclusion, and I think it was probably appropriate that they had no real conclusion. Simply because
NXT TakeOver is coming up.
TakeOver's coming up, and Sanity needs to be involved in the show. Same with Dillinger. So they need to all be involved in this game. So we got Nikki Cross, which now made it a 4-on-3 power play for Sanity, and then a mystery woman appeared. A mystery woman appears,
AKA Ruby Riott.
Yep, and Ruby Riott appears and looks just as nutty as Nikki Cross is, and they start throwing down. So now we got the odds even, and we got all the parties involved, and we can have an 8-person tag for TakeOver. I'm looking forward to this. And Sanity's music is great. Jeez, Jim Johnson, salute, man. You do
That's CFO, man.
You done some music. You done some music. Well done, Jim Johnson. But yeah, this was I think that's going to be a really good match. So that's going to be a good 8-man tag or 8-person tag. So that's WWE. We'll see what's going on for NXT next week. It's their go home show before TakeOver basically comes to their hometown, Orlando. So we'll see where that goes.
And then we have WrestleMania weekend.
Next week's WrestleMania weekend is going to be completely bananas. So where are we going to go with
We're
this?
going to start Thursday at 8 p.m.
All right.
If you want to go to a Marty Jannetty seminar at 1:30, you are more than welcome to, or the WrestleCon Sting Ric Flair Q&A, Art of Wrestling podcast at Team Vision Dojo. We have WWE Access. We have Wale Mania with Wale and a bunch of wrestling personalities going up. And we have... But the main of the show is Evolve 80.
Yes.
Zack Sabre Jr. defends against ACH. We have the Evolve Tag Team Championship. Tracy Williams, Freddie Ahai defend against Michael Elgin and Donovan Dijak. Drew Galloway versus Matt Riddle. Ricochet versus Keith Lee. Timothy Thatcher and Stokely Hathaway versus Chris Dickinson. Jaka versus Jason Kincaid. And Ethan Page versus Austin Theory. We also have at 8:30 WrestlePro with Cody Rhodes versus Brian Cage. Mario Boccara, Kevin Matthews, and Pat Buck versus the PWO. Joey Ryan versus Brady Rhodes. WrestlePro Tag Team Champions, the Heavenly Bodies versus the Hit Squad. Tommy Dreamer versus Chris Payne. And Fallah Bob versus Jeff Cobb. We have Orlando City Wrestling at Guilt Nightclub.
Yep.
We have at 11:59 p.m. GCW's Joey Janela's Spring Break on Flow Slam. For the first time ever, Leo Rush versus Keith Lee, Andy Williams and Penelope Ford versus Braxton Sutter and Alley, Sami Callihan versus Kyle the Beast, Matt Tremont versus Eddie Kingston, Matt Riddle versus Dan the Beast Severn, and Joey Janela versus Marty Jannetty. Then, if you want to go to WrestleCon, you can at 9 a.m. QT Marshall's having a seminar. I highly suggest that for any wrestler out there. QT Marshall, trainer at Monster Factory. And Monster Factory also announced...
You guys have a presence there now. You guys have a presence next weekend.
Announced in Georgia with QT Marshall as the head trainer.
Okay.
Georgia.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. You guys are getting a base down there. I saw that. That was nice. That's very good. Yeah, I don't think it's what? It's kind of in the middle of the state? Or
it's by Atlanta. It's 20 minutes outside of Atlanta.
Yeah. That's actually a really good hotbed then. That's actually, you're going to get a lot of the Carolinas wrestlers and the wrestlers in the South. That's actually a really good hotbed. Because Atlanta's becoming a hotbed for entertainment and the entertainment industry. So I think it actually makes a lot of sense to relocate there.
At 12 p.m. on WWN Live, there's Progress. Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Matt Riddle, Zack Sabre Jr., Mark Andrews, Shane Strickland, Sami Callihan. And then, Then we have FEW Flair's a women's show. Then we have Evolve 81 on Flow Slam. We have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Michael Elgin in a non-title match. Evolve Tag Champion Freddie Ahai versus Matt Riddle. Keith Lee versus Donovan Dijak, Tracy Williams, Chris Dickinson, and Jaka versus Jason Kincaid, Sammy Guevara, and Austin Theory, Drew Galloway versus Leo Rush, Tim Thatcher versus ACH, and also appearing are Ethan Page and the Gatekeepers. And also, Friday at 4, we have Rev Pro with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Pentagon, Ricochet versus Marty Skrull, Jay White versus Sami Callihan, Ray Phoenix versus Will Ospreay in a rematch from Bola.
That was the part with the dual Spanish fly. They both landed on their feet. I think wasn't that one? That was
yes.
That was yeah. Mustafa Ali did the Spanish fly on Tuesday. On Tuesday, it was amazing.
Unbreakable Weapon Machines, Brian Cage and Michael Elgin versus Shane Strickland and Ryan Smile, and Jeff Cobb versus Martin Stone, aka Danny Burch from the UK tournament. WWE Access on Friday, March 31st. We have Tyler Bate versus Mark Haskins, Pete Dunne versus Mark Andrews, which both matches are going to be awesome. We have Jimmy Havoc, DK Cooper, Travis Banks, Tony Storm, Dahlia Black, and Ginny all making their WWE in-ring debuts. We have SPTV wrestling at Guilt Nightclub with Rey Mysterio, Brian Cage, John Morrison, and more. The only thing announced is Rey Mysterio, John Morrison, Brian Cage, Jessica Havoc versus Taya, Masquerade Dorada versus Jessica Havoc versus Taya, Masquerade Dorada versus Demus, Brian Cage, Rey Mysterio, John Morrison. Then we have this show, FEW and FEW Wrestling Party Yin Yang Twins with Pope D'Angelo, Dinero, Moose, Headbangers, Crime Time. There's literally going to be 50 people on this show.
Yeah, really. Yeah, there's just so much going on. There's so much happening. It's just not going to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to FEW when
just not
the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and obviously, the Hall of Fame is going to go on simultaneously.
WWE Hall of Fame.
Right.
Kurt Angle inducted by John Cena. Rick Rude inducted by Ricky Steamboat. That should be phenomenal.
That should be good. Yeah, that should be good. You got Bischoff is inducting Diamond Dallas Page. You've got the Midnight Express being inducted by Jim Cornette.
Which, my mind's blown.
That's going to be really good. Natalia's going to induct Beth Phoenix into the Hall. Obviously, they're great. They're great friends. Edge kind of co-signed. We actually got a bunch of high school students here.
And Teddy Long being inducted by the APA.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, all the stories, the ones that are PG that they'll be able to share from on the road with
and
Teddy.
There are 3 events running against the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
If you're in Orlando this weekend, Chikara Turn Left. We have the tag team champions Chuck Taylor and Dustin facing Cornelius Colonels and Sonny Defarge. Ultraman is Black versus Grado, and Exuber Hulk 2000 versus Closers. We have Brainbuster 2000 at the Team Vision Dojo. We have QT Marshall versus Leon St. Giovanni. Sonico with Carlina versus Vandal. Aaron Epic and Chip Day with Aspen versus Roscoe Elisa. And Craig Classic versus Al Genazzo.
Yep.
And then we have the WrestleCon Super Show. This is a lot.
This card is good. This card is actually really good. So you got the Hardys versus Phoenix and Pentagon OM. Bobby Lashley versus Cobb is a match I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be a really good battle.
10-man Captain's Choice tag team match between
Ospreay's team versus Ricochet's team.
Which means we're going to get to see a little bit of Ricochet versus Will Ospreay.
We're perfectly fine with that.
We're perfectly fine with that. And then 20-person WrestleCon Rumble and Johnny Mundo versus Brian Cage in a
TLC match.
And then at 10 p.m., there's Punk Pro Wrestling. There's literally going to be 50 people.
Yep, that's another one. Because, again, part of it's because of the Hall of Fame, and the celebration after the Hall of Fame is going to be actually amazing.
Eric Cannon to challenge for the Punk Pro title. Ethan Case, Rude Boy Rock. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to degrade.
No, he's not trying to diss him.
It's all good wrestling.
Yeah, he's not trying to diss him. It's just the fact that there's just so much happening all at once. So much
big stuff happening that the smaller stuff's not going to...
It's not going to get the attention it should.
Red Giddens versus Jake Something and Martin Stone versus Dominic Garnari. You can start your day early at 8 a.m. with WWE Access, which features Akira Tozawa versus Arya Daivari, Pete Dunne versus Wolfgang, and Tyler Bate versus Joseph Connors. Then at 12 p.m., you can go to Hulk Hogan signing at Hogan's Beach Club. I'm being sarcastic, of course.
No, but there actually is a Hogan signing at his beach club. No,
it's a restaurant.
Yep, he's not kidding about that part.
I'm not kidding about how many people are going to show up. Probably.
No, there'll be a good amount of people because it's Hogan.
Yes. Then we have Pro Wrestling Revolver, Ricochet versus Shane Strickland, Pentagon and Ray Phoenix versus
Sami Callihan and Brian Cage,
David Starr versus Jeff Cobb, Dave and Jake Chris versus Jack Evans and Ed Helico, Jake Manning versus Su Yang, Michael Elgin, ACH, Desmond Xavier versus and Palmer in a fatal 4-way, and then a six to more man ladder match between Leo Rush, Matt Cross, Trevor Lee, Serpentino, Air Fox, and more, and free pancake breakfast for all attendees.
Not a bad way to lure people in.
That's a way to lure people in. Shimmer will be on WWN Live with Mercedes Martinez with Nicole Savoy versus Candice LeRae. Vanessa Craven and Tess Blanchard. Shimmer is the women's promotion versus Mia Yim and Katie Lee Ray. Cherry Bomb, Jessica Havoc, Leva Bates, a.k.a. Blue Pants, Veda Scott, Britt Baker, and a whole bunch of others. Santana Garrett versus Shayna Baszler, and a whole bunch of other. WWE Access at 1 p.m. with Heavy Machinery versus the Vaudevillains. The Ascension, you get to see the Ascension versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. Liv Morgan and Daria and more.
Baronado and more, yep.
Then we have the WCPW Festival. No, that's Festival of Honor. This
is State of Emergency.
State of Emergency. Drew Galloway versus Rampage. We have King Ricochet versus El Ligero. Martin Kirby versus BT Gunn. David Starr versus Bobby Fish. Primate versus Michael Elgin. Grado. Jim Cornette. Drew Galloway and more. Ringside. If you want to go to ringside with Jim Ross,
We'll even I guess I'll have it next week. I hope he's in the right frame of mind to do it next week.
Ignite Wrestling at Team Vision Dojo with Kobe Carino versus Ace Perry, Ethan Case versus Trip Cassidy, Going Rogue versus the Ugly Dunklings, Teddy Stickman versus Brandon Knight, Jim Nasty Boys versus Roscoe Elisa, and Marseille Warner, Warner, and Dale Patrick versus Percy Davis and C.T. Brown. We have Lucha Libre. Well. We have Lucha Libre at 3 p.m. too with Apollo, Granada,
Ray Horace, Bestia, Trip 6, Silver King, Ricardo Rodriguez,
Guadalupe
Brothers, Mr. 450, Scorpio Sky, Willie Mack.
We have Chikara's Bad Wolf at 4 p.m. with Ultraman Black versus Juan Francisco de Coronado and
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be wrestling Max Smashmaster. Then you can watch Shine. WrestleCon Women's Super Show.
Yep.
Su Yang versus Taya Valkyrie. Gabi and Santana Garrett versus Chelsea Green and Taylor Hendricks. Jazz versus Kanandi Brink. Jessica Havoc versus Kellyanne. Indini Hartwell versus Thunder Rosa. Angel Rose versus Sola Darling versus Samantha Hyde versus Renee Michelle. Deanna Peraza versus Hudson Embry. Also appearing Cherry Bomb Alley. And a bunch of others.
Yep.
Supercard of Honor. You can go to the Hogan signing at the Beach Club.
Hogan's got another signing.
And then we have Ring of Honor. I'm being sarcastic about the Hogan signing. Why would anyone want to go to that?
Because it's Hogan. People love Hogan.
We have Will Ospreay and Volador. Why would you go to any of these signings?
I agree with you.
When you have freaking Will Ospreay and Volador Jr. versus Dragon Lee and Jay White at Ring of Honor. We also have Briscoes and Bully Ray versus Gorillas of Destiny and Hangman Page.
Yep.
Marty Scurll and Adam Cole in the match. Cody Rhodes versus Jay Lethal, Texas Bull Rope, and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy versus the Young Bucks in a ladder match, and you can watch that on the Fight app.
Yep, that's going to be good. That's going to be good.
You can go to WWE Access with Akira Tozawa versus Steve Cutler, Trent Seven versus Noah Amdar, and T.J. Perkins and Mustafa Ali versus Thanos Sabatelli and Rick Moss. Justin Roberts!
He's got an autobiography. Yo, okay, wait a minute. Justin Roberts, for those who don't remember him, this dude right here was a ring announcer for what, 5 years? 6 years? In WWE. He wasn't terrible. He wasn't Lillian Garcia, but he wasn't terrible at this. They let him go, I think, in like 2014 or 15. They let him go at some point around there. This dude already has an autobiography. He put an autobiography, and he's doing a signing at the Barnes & Noble in Orlando somewhere.
You could go to FEW and somewhere with Crime Time, the Headbanger Swoggle, and Micro Championship Wrestling talent the next. But why would you go to that?
Tommy Dreamer actually wrote the foreword for that.
Yes. Then why would you go to FEW when you could go to NXT TakeOver Orlando?
You got TakeOver Orlando, which we'll get into more so next week. But yeah, TakeOver Orlando's already got the 3 main events already set up, and they'll have 2 other matches as they normally do.
Then the WWN Super Show.
Yep.
This card's insane. The 6-man elimination match for the WWN title for Drew Galloway, Matt Riddle, and a bunch of other, John Davis, Fred Yehi, Pramy, and somebody else. I can't pull it up. Oh, Paro and Tracy Williams. Oh, yeah. And then we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mark Haskins, Pete Dunne versus ACH, Ethan Page versus Jimmy Havoc, and Travis Banks and Kike Coopers with Dahlia Black versus Chris Dickinson and Chaka. Keith Lee versus Jason Kincaid and Lufisto versus Su Yang. USWA Road Trip at Team Vision Dojo. We have CZW Best of the Best with Joe Gacy versus Brian Cage. Pentagon versus Matt Tremont. AR Fox, the first round Best of the Best matches, and that's a one-night tournament. Mm-hmm. AR Fox versus Jason Cage versus Ricochet versus David Starr. Then we have Dave Chris, Sami Callihan, Ray Phoenix, and Jake Chris. Then we have Scorpio Sky, Zachary Wentz, Anthony Henry, and Michael Elgin. And then this is going to be insane. Shane Strickland, Leo Rush, Joey Janela, and Desmond Xavier. That's going to be insane. Then we have something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. Then we have the Beyond Wrestling show. Mm-hmm. With Matthew Riddle versus Donovan Dijak, Keith Lee versus Jeff Cobb, Unbreakable Effin' Machines versus The Hit Squad, Deonna Purrazzo versus Lufisto, AR Fox versus John Silver, Janelle Open Challenge, and more. Then Sunday at 9 a.m. we have Access with Trent Seven versus Wolfgang and Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. That's the big match for Access.
Obviously, this weekend really is to set up Bate and Dunne for their championship, for the UK championship match that they're going to have. Which I hope they broadcast that one on WWE. I'm sure WWE Network's going to have Access stuff all weekend, or if not for Access all weekend, at least the 205 stuff for their show on Tuesday.
Or some of the stuff will be taped for Access.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
And then we have the FIP Broken Tailgate right before WrestleMania.
Yep.
WrestleMania starts at 5:30. The Broken Tailgate's at 2.
Yep.
With AR Fox, Sami Callihan, Dave Chris, and a mystery partner versus Sammy Guevara, ACH, Keith Lee, and Michael Elgin. Freddie Yehi versus Desmond Xavier. Martin Stone versus John Davis. Aria Blake versus Priscilla Kelly. Caleb Conley versus Austin Theory. And Jason Cade versus Anthony Henry. And then we have a Monday show with Orlando City Wrestling with Rude Boy Riley versus Rhett Giddens, Aria Blake versus Willow Nightingale, and Brandon Knight versus Johnny Knockout. And then we have the Hogan. We have a couple more
Hogan
Hogan
signings. 2 more Hogan signings. One on Monday, one on Tuesday.
And then Wednesday, the SmackDown. Tuesday, SmackDown, and
You have Raw Monday, SmackDown Tuesday, and NXT taping Wednesday. WWE will close as everyone basically leaves shop. Once WrestleMania happens, everyone else basically leaves, and then WWE basically controls the rest of the time there from Monday to Wednesday.
Yes.
76 cards. We basically
signings, events.
Yeah, 76 things happening in the Orlando area next week. And it's going to be... We just kind of went through some of the minor stuff. And next week, obviously, we'll go through the major stuff, i.e. all the WWE things and anything else that we deemed, I guess, major that we didn't go through.
Yeah, we'll go more in depth into Evolve next week.
Yeah, like Evolve next week. So, I guess what do you want to do now?
Let's just go.
Okay. I think...
Or we could watch a match or something. I don't know.
We're in the theme of WrestleMania season. We might as well watch a WrestleMania match or something.
Oh, yeah, or something. Let's see what's...
So while he's doing that, I guess I'll preview the lounge now. So inside the lounge on Monday. So we did all of our division previews. I gotta get your picks for the last two divisions we didn't do, and the picks for the playoffs.
I've been shot with...
So I gotta get your picks on that, and we'll do that on Monday. Let's see. Inside, we'll also preview the Final Four. We'll preview the who gets there. We'll look at how the brackets are doing and how is everyone's brackets.
My bracket sucks
His bracket basically was dead and buried when Duke got beat. I'm apparently in the 97th percentile on ESPN, so I've apparently done pretty well. Second in the World of Sports group, but the guy ahead of me also picked Duke to win the title, so he effectively scoops. Let's see here. We've got the last installment of the division by division off-season for the NFL, as we were going to get into the West divisions, both NFC and AFC West, which gives us another opportunity to kind of lambaste the Rams for the hustle of a trade that was the Jared Goff deal, where we're going to get into all that. Let's see, we're going to get into, since we did baseball, so we don't have to do all of that anymore. We'll talk a little, I guess, the life and times, maybe to try to find something on Dallas Green, rest in peace to him, and to Jerry Krause, who also passed away. So we'll get into a little bit of that, and obviously hockey and basketball getting closer to the final weeks. But I believe this is next week's the final full week for both seasons, as we get closer to the playoffs there. So we'll look a little bit deeper into the playoff scenarios with those two teams. So we're certainly going to get into that and get into that deeper. And the insanity that is LeVar Ball, I should say, as he continues to be completely nuts.
So we'll watch Pete Dunne versus Jimmy Havoc from Progress 45. Progress crowds are always hot.
And there's a chair.
No disqualification.
I explained the chair. Oh, and Pete Dunne immediately jumped him. He immediately jumped him from behind and takes the chair.
Yes.
Plays into the hands. Oh, another chair into the back.
Oh, Pete Dunne here knows he needs to get an advantage.
He's not wasting no time doing what he's doing here.
Yes. No waste time. Pete Dunne's an ultimate heel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got the belt as well.
Yes.
So.
Yes, he has the title.
Cruiserweight taking advantage of... Of course, this match is no disqualification.
So glad this isn't the ballroom.
Oh, Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc just got thrown in the chairs. Lots and lots of chairs.
Yes.
That would be us.
I saw a great custom video that somebody made of a new version of Evolution of Dunne, Owens, Joe, and Triple H.
Oh.
And it was so good.
I saw that too.
It was so good.
I saw that too. I was like, yes.
Make this happen.
Make this happen.
It was so good.
Dunne's a little small, but
As I'm saying, Dunne. I think what he had it was Triple H would play the role of Rick, of Ric Flair's role. It's kind of like the mentor, teacher type of role. Kevin Owens plays the role of Triple H, where he's basically putting on his best in the company. Joe plays the role of the muscle, Batista, and Joe handles that role. Ooh, whoa, nice thrown chair shot by Dunne. And Dunne would play the role of Randy Orton.
We'll watch your favorite WrestleMania match next week.
Yep.
Havoc. Of course, it's no disqualification match. Plays very much in Havoc's hands. He's getting choked.
Choke job.
I think that's one of the fans' scarves
Dunne is dominator from the rib.
Jimmy Havoc.
That was smooth.
Pete Dunne.
That was so smooth by Pete Dunne. That was so smooth.
Oh!
And then Havoc jumped into him and tornado DDTs him. He jumped into him and tornado DDT'd him on the floor.
We saw him do that against Mark.
Jumped off the steps.
As the fans on the stage trying
Jimmy.
to put their rows back together.
Progress crowds are always high.
Yeah, they are. They're throwing the streamers into the ring. We got chairs. Some of them are orange, some of them are black. Good one for the Flyers last night, by the way. And, Dunne gets hit right in the face as the chair gets thrown into him.
Pete Dunne.
There he holds aloft the championship he considers his.
Oh,
And then he probably used it on Dunne's face.
and Dunne with the Progress Championship belt.
He's held that championship for over 600 days.
Woo. Nice.
And another chair into the face.
Just throwing
These are-
chairs at
important
each
to
other.
say, these ones inspired for the ring. They're metal chairs, unlike the plastic folding chairs the fans sit on.
What a kick to the head.
Into the face of
Right
Pete on the floor
face.
as well.
Dunne hasn't even taken off his robe, by the way. He still has his like jacket, his sleeveless jacket on.
Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne using that to take advantage.
Was he about to? Look, he's about to hit a fan. Look, he's about to hit a fan. Yo,
And Jimmy Havoc.
reappears
By Jimmy Havoc.
and throws Dunne into the post.
Far side there.
Frying pan.
Yep.
Plunder.
Which he promptly hits Dunne right in the head.
Straight into the head of
Right into his head.
I remember using a frying pan
So,
of
so,
for 3.
oh, this gonna hurt. Oh, no. Scrambled his eggs with that frying pan. I'll just leave it at that.
Trying to be professional.
They haven't even gotten in the ring, by the way. They're still fighting on the outside.
Uh-oh. Jimmy had something.
That was a low blow.
Oh.
That was a low blow Dunne hit him with.
Uh-oh. No.
Oh, now like
It's a
this.
staple gun.
It's a staple gun. Yep. Oh, this gonna hurt. I think we both know where this is going. As a kick to the ribs, we both know where this is going, and
He doesn't have a staple gun anymore, thank God.
Oh,
double stomp to the chest. Yeah, no, he teased the staple gun. He totally teased the staple gun.
Chaos here at the Reds.
We knew this was going to be.
Yeah, he totally teased it.
Tucker to Karen scattering.
But no, seriously, that video was dope.
He's got the nose.
Yeah, he definitely does have his. He literally has his nose, and it super kicked him right in the chest.
Ooh.
You could hear that kick too. That kick hit clean.
Right the back of the Ritz here. Try and keep track of what's going on. Pete Dunne
That's a pipe. We're imagining Guinness.
into the ring, but he's got.
Buying something. And throws it
And-
right in his face.
Of course he did. And the Punk kicked him right in the face.
And Pete Dunne sent it to the chair.
He's done sent into several other chairs.
I'm not sure they've been in the ring.
They haven't been in the ring.
Becomes Havoc.
And he jumps right. He just threw himself into Dunne, who's sitting in one of the chairs.
Just throwing himself.
And then he throws himself, and then throws the chair.
I mean, that's been the story of Jimmy Havoc's career, is
Yeah.
using his body as a weapon.
Yeah, that's kind of he definitely is doing that.
Oh, no. Pete Dunne going to the face of Jimmy Havoc.
Full pop up, no pop up on the apron. A nice Hurricane Rana from the top from the apron. It's like Dunne's grabbing his lower leg.
Jimmy Havoc's wheelhouse for all this was what he was known for many years. He's an incredibly accomplished wrestler.
Oh, false count anywhere, by the way, and the kick out.
Counts on the outside here. As the ruling was made.
Jimmy.
Wow.
Oh!
Chair shot.
Oh, chair shot right to the back, right into the face.
The stipulation, it is his birthday.
He said that. As much as the classification. Oh, God, that's going to go through your fingers.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that vibration to your fingers is gonna hurt. Dunk swung for the head, and then Haskins
Havoc,
I should say, hits him square in the head. That chair shot was very real.
One man
With one of the orange chairs.
Well, Chris Roberts is here only to count the fall. It was This is Progress Wrestling Chapter 39, the Grabs of Wrath.
They're getting it in right now.
To find a new champion after Mark Haskins vacated the title, and it was
So Dunne comes
let's
thumb to the eye.
to most deserving.
Fighting over the merch area.
Yep, they're fighting all over the place. What a kick to the face.
The title from Jimmy Havoc that night.
And they're completely out of review.
And now they're in the bar area.
Battling round the O2.
As the staff is looking on, just like, what's... Oh, nice elbow to the face. Dunne dropped him clean with an elbow straight to the face.
I think Pete Dunne might have gotten a
Caught him right in the face.
Dunne is such a.
He's such a good heel.
sometimes we need commentators above the ring.
And that's the only reason why that evolution thing I told you about, as I mentioned earlier, would work.
Just remember Sheffield.
Because Dunne and Owens is so good heel. They're such great heels. And Joe, they're all really good heels.
Backstage.
All of them are tremendous heels. They would lay waste to everyone in front of them.
Jimmy Havoc with a shot to the stomach.
They're finally in the ring.
No, Dunne is.
Havoc.
Havoc hasn't gotten in the ring yet. Yeah, and now they're out of the ring. Or at least Dunne is.
Kick.
And running PK right to the chest. And then our diving senton.
Chest from
Right, the diving senton from the apron to the floor.
the current Progress
Is
Wrestling champion.
he is pulling his chest as Dunne is kind of letting them know, taunting the crowd viciously.
Staple gun.
Now the staple gun comes into play. Oh, he's in the back of the head.
He did it.
He's in the back
Did
of the
it.
head. Oh, that's so much worse. The staple gun's now in the ring, and there's a staple in the back of Havoc's head.
But he gets up. Suicide.
No, it's not. He got caught. Oh no! That turned into a suplex onto the apron. He turned into a suplex on the apron. What strength by Pete Dunne.
Pulling that staple out.
Yeah, he definitely did pull the staple out of the back of his head. Oh, what's Dunne gonna do?
Jimmy Havoc is a deathmatch guy.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah,
He's competing in a tournament of death.
this is nothing to him, but still, that was.
Callum.
And backdrop
Oh.
on the two chairs.
Onto the chairs on the outside.
Onto two chairs.
Pete Dunne swaggering around the ring.
And Havoc is Havoc's all right.
Havoc's ear.
Yeah, look at his ear. Yeah, I can see. Look, there's a gash right above his right ear. There's a gash right above it.
Fabian Eichner. An unboxing live chapter 41.
As Dunne is just taunting the fans. He's picking a fan at random and just testing him. Dunne's now in the ring.
Of course, did beat Jimmy Havoc with the help of Tyler Bate.
Wow.
Staple gun's still there.
Yeah, the stable gun is still there.
Let's not remember Jimmy Havoc has a
By the way, neither guy.
He's biting the ear.
He's biting the ear. Yep, he's absolutely biting the ear. Also, Mike Tyson flow. Talk about a flashback Friday. Also, Mike Tyson flow.
Loves a good chop.
And he's still biting the ear. And they're both finally in the ring, by the way. He's still biting the ear. Oh yeah, the anniversary for that's coming up too.
20 year.
Yeah, 20th anniversary of Mike Tyson biting Vander Holyfield's ear. They're all kind of grossed out by Tyson, not Tyson, by
Dunne.
biting the ear, a la Tyson.
disjuncture now. There's that knee that
Oh.
saw in the highlight package, the resurrection of Jimmy Havoc.
He injured that knee in Australia very badly. Kept him out of progress for a year.
What is Dunne getting?
Pete Dunne attacking that injury very smart.
Yep, 20th anniversary for Tyson biting the ear. June 28th will be the 20th anniversary, and
Barbed wire.
that is barbed wire.
Oh, and if you have any doubt whether or not that's
Yep, that is a string. As a roll of barbed wire. 2 rolls of barbed wire, and they're dangerously close to the fans. And what's he gonna? Yeah. Think this through, Pete Dunne. Keep in mind, you have little protection on your skin, or for your ribs, as Havoc.
Oh,
the recoil of the ropes actually bounced back and hit him in the face, and then Dunne throws the chair back into Havoc's face.
And he's fighting barbed wire.
He's fighting barbed wire. This crazy person. Oh, wait a minute. Is he wrapping the... Is he go 6-second roundup? He's tying his leg he's tying one of his legs with barbed wire. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
this is sick.
Yeah.
This is sick.
He's driving the barbed wire to his left knee. Look at this. And the worst part of it... Oh, he's still doing it. Oh, man. As we know, the worst part about barbed wire is getting pulled out of it.
And it definitely pulled out.
Yeah, it pulled out based on the force of the stomp.
No disqualification.
Oh, no. We're about to get a whole lot worse. Oh, he's going to staple one of the streamers to his head. He stapled one of the streamers to his head. Yo. He stapled one of the streamers. He's doing it again.
Oh!
He did it again. And this time to the front of the head.
Both times to the front of the head.
Yeah. And they're black streamers. So if he did it right, he could actually take away his vision while he did it. While he goes to work. And now he's stubbing on the back of the head.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
He stapled the head. He's stapling his... Oh, man. This is very nasty.
This is very savage.
This is very nasty. He's just inserting...
He just stapled the cheek.
He stapled his cheek. He stapled his elbow. He stapled his hand. He's just inserting staples.
Those are real staples.
Yeah, he's inserting staples into the body of Havoc, of Jimmy Havoc.
And Jimmy Havoc is obviously bleeding.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
And... Triple H!
He did the Triple H, yo.
He did the Triple H!
No.
I love Dunne.
This is so good.
I love Dunne.
Wow,
I love Dunne.
Wow. You mean to tell me the Evolution video I told you about doesn't stick? The streamers are out of his head now. Oh, but the chair is certainly into Dunne's. The chair is certainly into Dunne's. So let's see. We're basically playing a game of operation. We got staples. He actually threw the staple back into his face. We got staples all over the body of Havoc. We've got
chairs.
Yeah, we got
barbed wire.
Where is Havoc going? Havoc left the area.
Oh no!
Havoc left the area. What is he? Where is he going?
Getting?
Where did
he might be going on the balcony.
What did he? Yeah, no. Yeah, the camera can't. Oh, here he is. Wait, is that a? That's a whiskey bottle. That's a whiskey bottle. I mean, there was a bar somewhere. Oh, it's time to pay. It's time to pay. Oh, wait a minute. What is he? What did he do? What is no? Is that glass? What is that?
That's a paper. He's paper cutting him, and then
he's throwing alcohol. He's throwing warm alcohol. Oh, that burns so much. That burns so much. That burns so much. Yeah, it was alcohol, but it wasn't the alcohol I was thinking of. That burns so much. That's rubbing alcohol. That's so much worse. That is so much worse.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
Not like this! Not like this!
Pete Dunne just lost the ability to have kids.
Yeah, he won't have kids. No, not the worst thing I've seen happen to a man's area there. I read a story yesterday about a dude getting gored and 11 inches of horn into the man's butt cheek.
Yes, I saw that too.
That's ow.
But stapling to the nuts, that's gotta hurt.
That's pretty bad. He's wrapping one of the rolls of barbed wire around his right wrist.
Oh!
It caught his forearm right to the head.
But
Dunne's got the other roll of barbed wire.
Oh no!
He's
This
got
is going to become a barbed wire fist fight.
Yep, he's got the other roll of barbed wire, and keep in mind, Havoc's got one roll of barbed wire on his right wrist.
And
Dunne's got the other, and he's doing the same.
Around his right wrist.
He's doing the same.
Yes!
He's
Progress fans are chanting for Pete Dunne right now.
and this is gonna get he's wrapping it now. Thankfully, the wrists are taped, both of them.
Men have their wrists.
Ooh!
Oh my.
Having it right in the mouth, and it did response in kind. They hit each other right in the mouth, and it did the same. They hit each other right in the face. Dunne, luckily on his end, he's wearing a mouthpiece. Was wearing in this.
Taken back to
This got very violent very quickly. So now Dunne's got a chair.
There's a bag in the ring, too.
Yeah, there is a bag there.
Oh, we can assume what's in that bag.
Yep. After destroying each other for 10 minutes.
Progress wrestling.
Oh!
They agreed to a duel. They agreed to a duel.
Duel.
Okay. All right. They agreed to a duel. They're both sitting in the chairs.
And they're hitting each other with the barbed wire!
And neither's playing defense. I think the arm of
Havoc's bleeding.
Yeah, Havoc's bleeding from the arm. And it's basically Dunne's. Yeah, he's bleeding from the arm. He's basically daring Dunne to hit him as hard as he can with the barbed wire. Simply because Havoc gets harder. And now Havoc's gonna go to work. German suplex! Ooh, German suplex on one of the chairs.
Neck hit the back of the chair.
It sure did, and the chair didn't flinch. And the kick out.
Progress champion.
The chair did not flinch.
He's unwrapping the barbed wire, thank God.
Part of it, not all of it.
Oh no.
Okay,
He's gonna dig it into his skin.
now he's unwrapping all of it. Now he's unwrapping all of it.
He's putting it around the ring. No, I see.
Oh, he's using the rope. He's wrapping it around the rope. Dunne now sees this. Now keep in mind, Dunne still has his barbed wire. Oh, this is gonna be much worse. Oh man. Oh, this gonna hurt. He ducked, and he ducked for his life.
Oh.
But this is no! It's so much worse. Oh, Dunne with the escape of his life and the counter of his life. As he pulled the legs together with
Dunne
a barbed
gets
wire
so
in
much
between.
heat. Oh my God.
He pulled the ropes together. He pulled his legs together between the rope.
Tables time.
And the barbed wire was in between. You know the rest. Let's just say it hurt. Basically,
Very, very much.
it was basically payback for what happened to Dunne earlier in the match. Neither guy might have kids. Meanwhile, there's a table coming into the ring.
But I have to say,
The violence is very real.
in Sheffield,
So
Fry pan.
back to the frying pan.
Oh!
And responds in kind with the frying pan right to the head.
And he's busted from
Yeah,
the
he's
head.
busted wide open, not from the barbed wire, from the frying pan because Dunne hit him so hard. So now this gives Dunne time to set up the table.
we've ever seen.
Yeah, he is bleeding heavily. Yeah, look at the pool. Yeah, look at that
Pool of blood.
The pool of blood that's starting to form right there. So he's got a table.
Oh!
Reverse Frankensteiner! Reverse Frankensteiner!
Dunne is... Oh my God.
Dunne is a Dream Street!
I've never seen Jimmy do that before.
He did it very nicely. What a shot to the face. Another hard shot to the face.
The bag.
Oh, wait, oh. Thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks.
Yep. Thumbtacks.
We knew it was in that bag.
We knew what was in it. we were waiting for when it was going to be used and how. We don't even know how it's going to be used. We just knew it was going to be used.
Oh.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
No, he stuffed the thumbtacks in his mouth! He shoved it back into his head! Nicely Nicely done by Pete. Nicely done, Pete. And then he gets probably pump kicked right in the face. That was well done. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's still there. That's right. It's still there. And Dunne gets kicked into it. Back over to the
What? Canadian Destroyer.
It certainly was. Yeah, Canadian Destroyer.
Onto the dash.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yep. He absolutely. Yeah. You can see bloody imprints of Dunne's head into said tacks. Dunne kicked out. I'm wondering how at this point, but Dunne kicked out.
Uh-oh.
And now Dunne's opened up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Dunne. Okay.
He's going for the Rainmaker.
No. Wait a minute.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
This is the first time Jimmy Havoc and Will Ospreay have been in the same building since Unboxing Live.
You saw what happened.
Well, Ospreay. Yeah, that's what made him get away from the Rainmaker. Because now Ospreay's getting some more toys.
He's not defeated the match so far. There's that baseball bat.
Baseball bat and barbed wire. Yep, baseball bat and barbed wire. Spring training is real. Here we go. Ospreay missed and get caught with a Pele.
And Jimmy's going to be wearing both men.
Yeah, he sure does.
Be done. No.
Are they tied up?
Nope. Get countered. Rainmaker.
Done. Mr. Champion.
Oh, the kick out. Actually, Dunne's not bleeding. They're not bleeding from the top of his head. Meanwhile,
Havoc suicide dives Ospreay.
and dove right into a bunch of fans. He's basically wrestling like a handicap match. That table's still set. We have no idea what Dunne's parrying. Dunne's going to the top rope for some reason and gets caught.
Uh-oh. No.
Oh, that table.
That table's still there.
That table's still there, and they're right above that table. Superplex?
And the table didn't break! That hurts a lot more! That hurts a lot more!
It really does. He snapped suplex from the top. That table didn't even break. That table flipped over, but it did not break. And
My God!
now Dunne's back.
My God!
Dunne's back is in a horrible space right now.
And Ospreay's still on the outside.
Hey, keep in
mind.
Havoc's back not in the best shape either, but Dunne took the worst of it. Kick to the chest, and it gets thrown into the table.
Thrown into the table. My God.
That
table wasn't pre-broken.
No, it was not. And then he's not going to try to powerbomb him through the table, and it's successful. It wasn't broken. It is now.
Forced to break that table.
1, 2.
And Havoc kicks out. Havoc kicks out.
Jimmy Havoc just kicked out of that powerbomb.
He kicked out. Ospreay is still there. What role will have?
Oh no!
He's going for Rainmaker. Havoc ducks.
Rainmaker.
And claps him with one of his own.
Champion 2.
And Ospreay.
Drags.
There's Ospreay.
Drags referee.
There's Ospreay.
And he still has the bat.
And he's got gloves on too. So now.
Roberts looks really hurt.
Well, what's that Ospreay gonna do? He jumped directly into it. Oh,
Dunne.
the bat! Dunne grabbed the bat! Dunne's got the bat! And he immediately used it. The bitter end.
That's gotta be it.
He hit him with the bitter end. That is it.
Wrestling champion. The Bruiserweight.
Dunne escapes with a minor assist from Will Ospreay.
That was an.
Broadcast colleague Callum Leslie is almost hiding behind his fingers here at the brutality of that main event.
Good match. Jimmy Havoc. Basically, Ospreay with the minor assist. But Pete Dunne.
But it was
wins the match. And it does the Triple H flow. Yo! And it does the Triple H flow.
Seven, this time it was Will Ospreay.
Callum, I don't think there's any elite.
Ospreay with a smile, the coy smile on his face, because he knows what just happened.
Friends.
Well, there is honor among thieves, as they say.
Yeah, there really apparently is honor among thieves.
To Will Ospreay as the Bruiserweight leaves with the pro.
He slapped the fan who flipped him off. Meanwhile, Ospreay is now in the ring. Dunne leaves with the belt. Dunne retains, obviously.
Styles' own Bruiserweight Pete
The
Dunne.
Bruiserweight leaves.
But Will Ospreay
Ospreay is still
standing
there.
over a fallen, and you've got to imagine, injured Jimmy Havoc.
Ospreay wants to finish him off.
This is a dangerous.
This is a very dangerous situation. An incredibly fresh Ospreay wants to finish off Jimmy Havoc and Rainmaker him in the process.
A Rainmaker on Jimmy Havoc.
I'm not sure Ospreay's done. I don't think Ospreay's done.
Ospreay now asking for
What is?
the microphone for Mike.
Yeah, he's leaving as he starts foot on the throat.
This
I kind of like the heel Ospreay.
This is so good.
I kind of like this heel Ospreay flow. Kind of Neville-esque with the heel flow. Oh, running kick to the head.
Will Ospreay just kicked Jimmy Havoc square in the head.
He sure did kick him right in the head.
this has to end.
Oh! Oh! He wasn't.
he's defeating the limit.
He wasn't playing. He said this at the end. He wasn't playing. Ooh.
We have a call.
Yeah, we do.
Hello.
With that microphone.
Hello?
I have no idea what that was.
That was somebody saying you're fired.
Yeah, I think that's what that was. So Ospreay left Havoc laying as he basically just beat that microphone into his head. Well then, that was something. Well then,
That was incredible.
that was something. That was quite a fight.
We had a weird you're fired.
Yeah, that was very odd. Yeah, that was also odd. Yep, I already previewed the lounge. So coming up next, Deja's Imperfect Talk Show. She'll go in on various things.
Oh my god.
I don't know where we go. I don't know how we go from that to that, but that's kind of what's happening next.
Yeah, that's what's happening next, and people just beat the crap out of each other.
Yep, pretty much. Yep. So so I guess DQ take us home.
It is now 11:41 on Monco Radio, where music and minds meet.
More than 50 transfer partners, Montgomery.